Everyone, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be learning how to do something called either the stand stitch or the moss stitch in crocheting. Apparently it has two names. So we're going to have to use yarn and our hook. And here is what it actually looks like when finished. So we're going to have a bunch of these V's. It's going to look like this. So first we start with just a knot on the hook. I normally put it on the hook and then do two knots, but not too tight so it can still move around. And the first thing we gotta do is the chain. So I normally hold this back to make it easier. Take the hook, loop it around here, and pull it through. Again, loop it around here, pull it through. And you make it as long as you want it to be. So I think I'm gonna make it about 18. Okay, so I ended up making it 20 and then I added 2 extra in order to, make it a little bit easier to loop around. Okay, so what you have to see for this is there are two sides of this. One side looks kind of like a braid, and the other side has an extra bump. It's a little difficult to see here, so I'll get another thing of string. You can see that this has the braid side over here. On the other side, it has these little bumps, and that's what we're going to be crocheting into. Each time we're gonna have to go into each one of them, but only that portion. Okay. First you gotta find one of the pieces on the non-braided side. You can see this side is the braided side. On the other side, there's a few clear ones. Let's just do the one right here because it looks easiest. Alright. And we're going to put it into there. Sometimes it takes a little, so try to pull it a little bit. That normally makes for a little bit more space. There you go. You take the hook right here, pull it through the original piece of the chain, but keep the original loop still there. And then you pull another one through both of them. And instead of doing that again, like you would for a normal single crochet stitch, we're going to make one chain. So we're going to loop it around here and pull it through. Now instead of going to the next piece like you normally would for, again, a single crochet, we're going to skip this one right here and go to the next one. So again, I'm going to pull it a little bit to make it easier to get to. Get it through the yellow and through here. And you just continue doing that over and over again until the first row is finished, and then I'll show you guys how to do it once it's to the next rows. Okay, so I did a couple extra stitches in order to make it more clear to see. So once you get to the end of a row, you do 2 chain stitches. So one like this, and a second one. And you flip it around. So what happens is, normally you'd have to check every single one of these to do every single one of the braid pieces if you were doing a single crochet. But in this case, there's a much easier way of doing this, because this kind of stitch makes a bunch of holes in it. So the easiest way I normally do it is there are these V shapes like this. It's clear. One there, one here, one here. And between each of those V's, there's a hole. And that's where you're going to be doing your stitches. So once again, take it through there, through here, and one chain. Again, you skip 2 or you just go to the next whole area, because again, the V. Right here, pull through the pink, through both, and then once through here again. You just continue doing that until the scarf is done. The good thing about crocheting is that there's no special way to end it. You just tie it off at the end. So once you're done with this, just tie it off and you're done. And this is the final product. Pretty happy with how this came out. I made a little bit short width-wise, so I made it a bit longer than I normally do. So you can wrap it around twice or more. But I think it ended out pretty good. I really hope you guys enjoyed. See ya! And hey, if you enjoyed this video and learned something, I'd like you to consider using your new skills for charity. There's so many organizations all around the world that need donations of handmade items such as the scarves and blankets we make on this channel. You can find a list of some of these organizations in the PDF in the description, or you can see if your local homeless shelters and animal shelters will take donations. If you do donate, consider telling about your donations in the comments. I'd love to see how this channel has been helping people make a positive impact in the world. Have a good one!